Virgo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need read for this full moon in Leo to new moon in Pisces, February to March 2022? I am your reader, fellow Virgo, Mark Angelo Lyons. Mal, for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, link in the description box, now creating on Patreon, patreon.com/DrawingTheCircle, letting it out full force there in Virgo service, because I'm the Archangel of Lions, Mark Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal. Virgo power, hey my virgins, my 6-housers. Let's get up in this gig. If you're new to the channel, a 7-card draw is just one card from 7 different decks, getting you the clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a waning moon from full to new. Let's look at the astrology, because we do like the details. Full moon in Leo. On Wednesday, February 16th, 11:56 a.m. I am in New York, that's Eastern time, but it does go void, of course, at the exact same second that it goes full. So if you want to do your waxing stuff, go watch your 5-card draws, the new to full reads, nail that dismount on that magic, that intention work. But no, that 11:56 a.m. Eastern, it goes void, of course. And then we are looking at the 2 weeks following the waning, the letting go, the releasing, the alchemy, the shadow work, you sort of get it, to the new moon in Pisces on Wednesday, March 2nd, 7:52 p.m. Looks like it's going to be an interesting one there, because we're going to be going through a dark moon in Aquarius and a little bit of dark moon in Pisces before we get to that new moon. So these could be important, particularly because as a Virgo, your opposite sign is Pisces. I am a Virgo with a Pisces moon. I was born on a full moon. It's an astrological opposition. So I know. I know when the moon is in Pisces, not just for my Pisces moon, but for my Virgo sun, that things can get a little wibbly wobbly. Yeah? So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. 7 cards, 5 of them click. That's a good general reading. So check your other signs to get either missing pieces of what we're about to look at, or another situation running parallel that we need to do the shadow work on. I mean, it's all connected, but your health and your finances and your relationships and all that, they're different paths through the same journey, I guess you could say, and they're all going on simultaneously. So that being said, focus on your breath. All right, both feet on the floor, stay grounded. Both feet on the floor if you can. My tendency is to cross my legs like a Virgo under the table always. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can to help out my fellow Virgos, because we are the servants of the zodiac, and if we're not serving ourselves in that equation, the shadow work is the time to get to the heart of that particular matter. Shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. Let's do this. Using the Caroline Mace archetype deck, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, the angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, the spirit animals and totems, as well as the pantheon of all pantheons, all lineages, all cultures, all traditions. Please leave the Caroline Mace archetype card in my hand representing the 8th chakra dynamic, the indication of the shadow work, the soul power being developed from shadow to light, toxic to healthy, pain to peace, lead to gold. For the Virgo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this readings, maybe even their cross-watchers, for this full to new. The Engineer archetype. Has the Engineer come up yet? I don't think it has yet, not in this series. But it's not all about nuts and bolts. It's not just, about tech. It is a creative family archetype. There are 9 families. The creative family is one of them. The many different powers of our own creativity. So the shadow indicates what the shadow work is for. The light indicates what you're heading, what you're shooting for, right? With the alchemy, the hidden blessing. Within the lead, there is gold, but you got to do the transformational work. And let's be clear, the engineer is not, again, always about the physical world. You can also have an archetype for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. The engineer tends to come to me for a reason when I have to engineer a strategy. You know, and that could be in business, it can be in all sorts of different ways, a healing strategy even for myself. So let's look at the shadow attribute. Reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. Now, that's not to say I haven't done that in that way. Sometimes it's like, they're gone, right? What do you mean, strike 3? Strike 2, you're out. Right? You lie to me once, or, you know, that's one thing. You lie to me twice, right? First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me, right? So, look at your we're Virgos. We could do that. We could be very, oh, no. That's how it's done. Done. With no regard for emotional consequences for ourselves or others, right? But the light attribute, this is really cool. Ability to give creative energy a practical expression. Look what I'm doing right now as a reader. I don't have a production staff, I'm it. So this is all about finding creative energy, finding a way to give my spiritual creative energy, my spiritual genius. We all have a genius, by the way. A practical expression as a Virgo. But a talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. Oh, please, can I jerry-rig something in my house to keep it going until I get someone in to fix it, right? You know, so this is great. It's very practical. It's very Virgo. Good. So let's see. Let's see what's going on. The next 4 chakras down. The crown, the third eye, the throat, and the heart is your interior world, your feminine energy, your yin as opposed to yang, right? So we're using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, a feminist deck, and essentially I'm a feminist. I mean, I am a feminist. If you met my mom, you'd know why. Oh, and if you go look on my community page, the picture I posted for Throwback Thursday with me and my mom back in the 80s, it's great. You'll see, it's like, oh, yeah, you're a feminist. So let's do this. Please take a nice deep breath and cross your legs, Mark. I can't help it. It's an automatic Virgo response. An AVR, automatic Virgo response. Breathe. I try and make the shadow reads fun until they're not. Oh, here we go. As I call upon my goddesses of earth, the sign of Virgo, powers of the north, please, Daughters of the Moon Tarot, please leave it in my hand for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Watching this video, receiving this reading. The engineer archetype in the 8th, affecting every other chakra, what they attract, what they repel, what's going on there. Oh, the 7 of Cups. In this deck, the key word is jealousy, and we can talk about that. That may not be dominant, though. Definitely element of water if we're talking heart, third eye, crown. This is heart, emotional body, emotional field. That there's some emotional confusion going on. Well, have there been some mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences? Well, and certainly we can spin our wheels as Virgos, figuring out what those emotional consequences are in terms of apprehension, right? Projecting into the future. But if I do that, that could that, I could do that. So there is a cloudiness here. Think 7 of Cups. Rider-Waite Tarot, those cups in the clouds. Each one like, oh, they all feel different. But you got to pick one of them, right? You have to pick one of those options, one of those cups to focus on to bring from the element of water into the element of earth, either into action or physical form. Let's keep going. The Mythic Tarot will be the lower 3 chakras, the root, the sacrum, the solar plexus, your physical world, the yang energy, the masculine energy, either looking at you from the outside, you know, looking at you from the inside, looking in at something in the outside world. Oftentimes that is a mirror, not always the mirror we think, but certainly can be a reflection in some way, shape, or form, as well as it's your relationships, your groups, your tribes, root chakra. I mean, honestly, if I had a student that really wanted to learn the chakras, we'd start in the root, and I'd say, okay, for a week, Write down every tribe you find yourself in, because you don't realize how many of them you're in, right? The human tribe, but then I'm Italian, so I got that, and I'm Irish, I got that. I'm a New Yorker, I'm a witch, I'm gay, in case you couldn't tell. Check the batteries in your gaydar, right? So second chakra, one-on-one relationship, your creativity, your relationships with other individuals as well as things, money, sex, power, and your solar plexus, your relationship to yourself, your honor code, really important for Virgos, with our legs crossed, our boundaries, what we will, what we won't, what we do, what we don't, because we're just not that kind of virgin. Please take a nice deep breath. And cross your legs, Mark. Oh. Here we go, as I call upon my gods of earth, the sign of Virgo, powers of the north. Please, my beloveds, one card in clarity for the Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. All of them watching this video, receiving this reading, make this a little specific. Help them pinpoint that, because that emotional confusion, options, cloudy on the inside, with the engineer could make it really hard for them to put a practical application in a way that honors how they feel about this, which is really important for the intuition, whether their heart's in it or not. So please, what's going on for them? The Virgo collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, lower three chakras, external world. Engineer in the 8th, 7 of cups on the inner. Is that one card or two? That's one. This full to new, and you've got the high priestess. So you're not talking about it anyway, but you are going deep into the subconscious. The element of water, the river Styx, in between the upper world of the mind, the underworld of the unconscious, right? Conscious, subconscious, unconscious. The river Styx is the emotional part to get in there. Now, I would like to point out, this is Persephone underground as the queen of the underworld. And look at her pillars, and look at my chairs. Yeah, I'm rocking the Persephone High Priestess card in my readings nowadays. I saw that, I was like, and they were reversed, I was like, detail, whoop, swap them around. Yeah, so the secret knowledge, man, the High Priestess does not let on, right? She'll help, but she's not gonna, just like going to the divine, please show me the entirety of the divine plan so everything makes sense. If they showed you the entire divine plan all at once for more than like a split second, your brain would melt, right? High Priestess knows that. This could be somebody you're dealing with as well, or this could be you are in a phase, a place. For me, the major arcanas are symbolic places we go through, right? Like, I'm in a place in my life right now kind of thing, where you might be in deeper contemplation, more tuning to your intuition. But like a Virgo, keep it secret, keep it safe, keep it pure, right? You may not be ready to act on this just yet. Well, better to wait for that new moon in Pisces then, I would think. But let's keep going. The Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. One of 3 bookie book reads, as I like to call them, for this, because the shadow work's important. You can be trying to manifest anything you want, but if there's lead in the situation, right, you got to alchemize that, because lead, it's an insulator. Energy can't pass through it, right? So you want to shift that lead to gold percentage. Breathe. Both feet on the floor work. Thank you. The Ascended Masters. Please, you've played this game before. You know how this game goes down here. What is the perfect healing mantra for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, and maybe even for a cross-watcher or two, that this is the mantra that will help them heal, right? Help them with this shadow work of the engineer in the 8th. Jealousy, and jealousy is because you have so many emotional options. You see somebody have one of them, you picked number A, they have number A, you picked number 1, they picked number 4, so you're pissed they picked number 4 because you picked number 1, right? It's an emotional thing. But with that High Priestess, perfect thing then to say, oh, let's go down into the underworld, shall we? Let's let's pay the ferryman, make sure we get a return ticket, and do the shadow work here. So please, Ascended Masters, what do you got for them? What is the perfect healing mantra to help them alchemize the lead to gold here this full to new, February, March 2022? Inspiring others. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. Oh, I do this. You know, as a reader, people want me to just tell them exactly what's going to happen, and I can to an extent, but, you know, quantum timelines, you sneeze, you jump a timeline nowadays. But it's also that thing of empowering people and saying, you know, you have your own intuitive stuff. You can bounce things off of me, but in the moment, you're going to have to trust you or not. Right? So you have it in you. You have the skill. You have the power. You will find your way through this, right? Inspiring others is part of what I do for a living. Even through the readings, that's the goal at least, right? Even if it's a womp womp reading, womp womp, which the shadow reads can be, to uplift. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. When others are inspired, you allow them to take center stage and step into a greater acknowledgement of their personal power. When others are made to feel useful, they are likely to embrace more courageous decisions as their self-worth increases. Oh, here is the Virgo part of it. You ready? You're going to love this. Imagine the perfection of not having to do everything by yourself and infusing others with a greater sense of purpose just by asking for their help. Like I said, clothes, makeup, hair, lighting, prayer, meditation, yoga, editing, posting, right? You know, I would love to have a team. But my job right now is doing it solo as a Virgo, as a high priestess, kind of, sort of. I get this. But, you know, keep an eye on the jealousy. Lots of emotional things here to find your way, to find the right solution here with this engineer archetype. And some of it might be asking for help, but not buttering people up by inspiring them, but really being honest and truthful. If the high priestess is going to speak, it's going to be truth. But it may be not veiled, encoded. Encoded, deeper truth. Love is the answer. Oh, lovely, right? That's truth, but it's encoded with a lot. I lost my spot. Just by asking for the help. It's not a matter of feeling weak or being incapable. Instead, it's about realizing the gift of inspiration you possess simply by inviting others to be part of your day. And that is a high priestess. It's your ability to empower people that way and inspire them. This mantra is ideal for increasing intimacy in relationships. Let's see what that's about. Resolving martyrdom. Well, I wouldn't say Virgos are the martyrs of the zodiac. Come on, we got Capricorn, right? Ruled by Saturn. Gonna be playing with my hair as I say this. And communicating your needs, which we all know how good we are at that. No, I'll do it myself, thanks. No, I'll let myself out, thank you. Inspiring others with the High Priestess. That's a little key and lock. I like that. The Party Turner deck. This is where we get the true love card and the romance card, and right, just big old raspberry. The higher selves of all involved. Let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath, because others are involved. So this isn't just your higher self pitching into this one. It's with whoever you are dealing with. Breathe. Tingle, 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 as I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the Virgo collective? Sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the piece of information, inspiration, insight they most need? This full to new with the engineer in the 8th, 7 of cups on the inner, high priestess on the outer, and inspiring others, empowering people by acknowledging their gifts. This full to new, Feb, March 2-2. Look to your inner strength. Look to your inner strength. There it is. You are stronger than you realize. Yeah, I know. I do not know my own strength. But this could very much even be emotional strength. This could be empathic strength. This could be the strength of your love. But cloudy, cloudy, cloudy on the inside. Lots of high priesty on the outside. High priestessy on the outside. It's just a big fig Newton. So look to your inner strength. Your answers might not be on the outer for this, and shadow work is certainly an internal process, right? It affects the external. It's like getting into the control panel, right? Not just the nervous system, the archetypal patterns that we don't even know we have until we do. And even just naming the pattern ain't enough to alchemize it. You got to feel it to heal it. It's just how it works. So, wouldn't you like to have a spirit animal or a totem along the journey with you in the shadow work? Well, guess what? We all do. And that's where we're going to use the Divine Animals Oracle, the second of ye old bookie book reads. Stacy DeMarco. So much stuff in here. So much stuff written in this book. It's like a tightly packed, very powerful, informative book. I'm just going to read the verbal thumbnail explaining, what the card's about, and the magic at the end of it. Please take a nice deep breath. Uncross your legs, Mark. It's because I'm reading Virgos. I can resonate with that. There it is. As I call to the spirit animals and totems for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, who walks with us, who flies with us, who swims with us, who crawls with us, helping with the shadow work, giving us the guidance and grace, the love, the wisdom and power that we need, drawing upon that sacred medicine of the animal kingdom, of which human is a part. Please, the Divine Animal Oracle for the Virgo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading so they can alchemize that engineer archetype with the Seven of Cups in the inner, High Priestess on the outer, inspiring others, and looking to their own inner strength. This full to new. Febmar 2-2. It's the hair. H-A-R-E. Did Leo get that? No, I think Cancer got that. Oh, right. Cycles. Yeah. And particularly because the hare and the rabbit are so associated with the moon, we are looking at a lunar cycle here. And one that would make sense, that the emotions might be a little cloudy, too many emotional options to be clear. With that High Priestess energy there to sort of go within and take the cycle as it is. This will be a pleasure to read you. This is card number 31, and that is Ostara, the goddess of spring, vernal equinox. And we've got Persephone and Ostara on the table, the Greek and the Celtic version of essentially the same thing. The difference is that Persephone's queen of the underworld for half the year underground. Our Lady Underground, that was the best thing magicians ever did. It really was. I loved that show. I still haven't watched the last season because we don't want it to end. And boy, can I tut. I'm queen tut. Anyway, card number 31. Let me read this for you. I understand Guillermo was on that show. I can't wait for What We Do in the Shadows to come back. I need that. That's not a want. That's a need. Breathe. Your hair. I'm mad as a March hare. Oh my God, we're going into March. Breathe. Cycles. Follow the cycles of nature and you will rarely be disappointed as energy travels in cycles. Oh, it do. Seek balance. There is a time and a season for everything. Plants cannot blossom all the time, so be patient. Virgo, we can be very, very connected to the cycles of nature and not be aware of it, and we think we're having a bad day, right? That's why on Patreon every morning I talk about the lunar astrology for the day, because that changes faster than everything else, right? Cancer moon one day, Leo the next, that can be different, right? So find the cycles, right? Find the cycles that work for you and surf them. Wisdom. Hair magic has always been linked to the lunar cycle and the fertility cycle of women. For those who wish to achieve a pregnancy, call in hair magic to help you conceive or balance your cycle. I mean, breeding like rabbits, right? Symbols of fertility, no question. For those who are not interested in reproduction, hair magic can be used to quicken up the pace of an outcome or to increase your connection with other cycles. And that might be what this is. Your own intuitive cycle. Sometimes it's a bitch, sometimes it's a breeze, sometimes love's blind, and sometimes it sees. Sometimes it's roses, and sometimes it's weeds. Thank you, Stevie Nicks. Bon Jovi wrote that for her. Yeah, so the cycles that you're going through right now, they are emotional and they are internal, but there is wisdom in there. So the thing of inspiring others, I think, is going to buy you some time, but you can really be authentic about it. It's going to draw out your inner strength. You might be at a low point in a cycle, and so you are inspiring people to help. You're helping them help you, right? That's what, you want to support me in my work. You want to help me help you. Patreon, right? That's the gig. That's the tea. That's the work at hand right now, right? So inspire others in the cycles, but be authentic, right? In other words, you'd be so amazing if only. No. No. So remember I said about the gold hidden in the lead? Well, that's called the hidden blessing. And that will be our last card down from Blessed Be, the mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower. We do the blessings for realsies here on Drawing the Circles YouTube channel. I always do a blessing at the end of my readings because I can. Because it's my channel, not yours. Breathe. Here we go. As I call to the pantheon of all pantheons, all lineages, all cultures, all traditions, please. One card in clarity to indicate the hidden blessing that comes from the alchemy for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. So in the 8th chakra, they can uncover and embrace their ability to give creative energy, practical expression, as well as embrace their talent for designing resolutions to common common dilemmas. The difference between a problem and a dilemma. A problem has a solution. A dilemma you have to live through, but there's a practical way of doing it. With that 7 of Cups on the inner, that emotional, I wouldn't say instability, not that, but being emotionally feeling too many different things. And I do get that overthinking into the future. Well, if I do that, they'll feel that way, and I'll feel that way. And it's too cloudy. And with that High Priestess Persephone there on the outer, that to know, to dare, to will, and to be silent. Thank you, next door neighbor. Accenting that for sure, the Witch's Pyramid. Right, inspiring others, right, that they help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts and hence strengthening themselves, looking to their own inner strength because they're stronger than they realize. In cycles here with the H-A-R-E, hair magic here with Ostara, right? To align with the cycles of it. And it's okay for them to pay attention to what they're feeling as a guidance to show them what they need. Their strength might very well right now come from being in a restive state rather than an active one. So what is the hidden blessing here, please, for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising in all of this full to new February, March 2022? A blessing for healing of injury or illness. It's a healing one. Now, I'm just going to say, before I read this from the Bookie Book, it's our last of the 3, and like I said, we do these for realsies. Injury and illness, and always so physical. right? Emotional injury, emotional illness, mental injury, mental illness. We're familiar with that form, but what about spiritual injury? Spiritual illness. We are holistic bodies, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, the original holistic model. Right? So let's have a look-see-duck-see here. Very, very pretty card. I mean, she's got a green man mask on, but says I love this card. Deep, deep dark green. Well, black is my favorite color. Well, then purple's my second favorite, then green. Well, black, purple, and green. Card number 42. 43. Oh, this is a longish. For you, it is never a quickie. It's always a longie. Breathe. Say it through me, Pantheons. Card number 42. A blessing for healing of injury or illness. A blessing to bring to you all that will restore and revive you in your time of need. May the bloom of health blossom upon your pale cheek, and may the strength of the great old trees and beings begin to flow again through your veins. May the cells in your body begin to regenerate and turn over again and again until all that was not well is no longer resident within the holy form your spirit has taken in this lifetime. May the urge to stand again, to laugh and dance, to move and smile into the eyes of strangers be yours, and let the healing come within the breath, so that with every intake, something of the great green world and the depth of the oceans frees you from ennui and lassitude. May you begin to rise from your bed refreshed and hopeful, and may the muscles of your body grow firm and long with good use. Let your hair shine, your eyes sparkle, and the strong white bones of your body support your movements. May the nurturing time within the cave of healing have brought to you compassion for those who suffer, a deeper understanding of what it is like to be the outsider for a time, and a new appreciation of the perfection of form you have been born into. And if you are not the same as you were before the time of illness, let that part of yourself go and focus now on the new being you are becoming, and bring this forth through the support of your body. Allow any habits of thought or body that will not support the return of blessed health leave now, for they are not yours. And you are here to be seen and to be part of this world. Let yourself make the very most of the blessings of your health. Be outside amongst the natural world. Breathe deep of mountain air and sing the song of your shining blood out into the valleys and the meadows. You are as natural as the flower, as strong as the metal beneath the earth, and you will be reborn yourself. When it comes, be joyful, and know this blessing can be worked with and enjoyed for all the days to come of your life. Be well, dear soul, and help others to find their health too by being an example of that shining energy now and always. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So motivating. Blessed be. It makes sense. You're finding healing strategies, right? But you're feeling it out as you go. Lots of different options. So going deep. Make the journey across the river Styx, get the wisdom that you need, and bring it back so that you can as well inspire others. Helping others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. If there's a reader that's helping you, acknowledge their gift. I'm not just talking about me, a healer, an author, anything like that. A friend, thank you. Thank you for being here and helping me with this. And that's going to really help you look to your own inner strength to admit that. Virgos are not the best at sort of asking for help. We are the witch army knives of the zodiac, but there are cycles, and there's an acknowledgement of a natural cycle. A time to sow, a time to reap, a time to laugh, a time to cry. Turn, turn, turn. I just gave you a New Testament. And it's worth that blessing of healing, of injury or illness. So what a powerful read, you big healers, you. So did you like it? Hit the thumbs up. Help the other Virgos find it. We all need to help each other heal. You want more of me here on YouTube? Subscribe. Hit the notification bell, because I'm putting these readings out when they are done. I took myself off that Virgo YouTube treadmill. That's why now I'm over on Patreon, streaming there every day, giving them my full that I can every day, because they are literally subscribing to get my stuff and paying me for it. Virgo dealio. And certainly if you want to book a private reading for me, there's a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mel. I take clients from all over the world. Zoom, Facebook, video call, you name it, we'll make it work. Otherwise, my honor, my pleasure, and honestly, my spiritual privilege to serve fellow Virgos during a shadow read. Do the healing, my beloved 6th house, health and occupation. Your health is affected by what you're occupied with, so get to it. I love you. The very best and the very blessed, my beloved Virgos. Virgo power, hail, farewell, and blessed be.